Alright guys, November 11th, November 12th today, and I'll be back testing 2023 again. We're doing June 5th through June 9. We're lacking news this week, so I'm not really expecting much. It might be a boring back testing session, especially because we're also at all-time highs. This looks pretty chop, but we'll see. Let's get right back. I'll just get into it. We got Monday news, PMI at 10 a.m. So keep that in mind. Just gonna mark out the obvious. Got equal highs up here. Obviously, all-time highs here. All-time highs here. And London highs here. Pretty unbiased right now. I mean, ES looks like it'll take London highs. And then we do have this LRLR down here, but we're also in a bullish price action, being all-time highs. So don't really want to be shorting. It's 9:15. Let's see, do we have any gaps? We have no gaps to retrace into. We inverse the 4-hour. There's absolutely no gaps. So see if price could take out. Okay, we have SMT at London high now. SMT at London high. We got these equal lows right here. Relative equal lows. Just also, okay. See what price wants to do. Okay, we continue pumping. Alright, we have a 5-minute for value gap. SMT did not hold, so we're bullish to all-time highs right now. Let's see if we could get a trade to all-time highs. Okay, we have SMT at all-time highs as well. We'll see the reaction we get off this 5-minute right here. Alright, we don't get any reaction. Don't really care that we dumped. I'm not shorting this because we can't really short at all-time highs. I mean, you can, but what makes a trade higher probability is when we're within a gap, so a key level within a gap, or like sweeping something out. All-time highs isn't a significant draw on liquidity since it really isn't in anything. So I personally don't short these, but yeah, pull back into this 15-minute here. And we also have this 15-minute for value gap. We got news right there. See if we can get anything to the downside. Okay, we inverse the 5-minute. So maybe we could get a continuation here. Off this 5-minute here. No 2-minute, no 3-minute, no 4-minute, no 5-minute. Straight up, just a 1-minute right here. So 1-minute continuation, inversion off this 5-minute here. Yeah, we respected the bodies there. And we have SMT at this 15-minute for a value gap. Yeah, I'm not too confident in this. Tap into this 1-minute, come down, and then we displace past it right here. We inverse this bearish or bullish 1-minute, and then we displace past the bearish 1-minute for value gap, and then we close right below it, and then we get this super tiny close. So it's not as volatile as I want it to be. Yeah, straight chop. We took our all-time highs. So yeah, not getting anything today. Nothing crazy. Let's go to next day. My audio getting picked up. All right, good. All right. Holding this 4 hour here, but we have these long wicks going down and up. So you could see already we're kind of in a tight range. Clearest draw on the sell side is Asia lows, which we already have SMT at, and then London high. So these are the two most clearest draws, but we are in the tight range, and it's also no news, so I'm not expecting good price action. Got equal lows right here. Alright, price is gonna be bullish to London high. I'd want to see manipulation into these lows here. Alright, we got that manipulation into the lows. Let's see if we can get a inversion to the upside or something. Alright, we continue dumping. Where are we dumping to? Okay. So we sweep out these sell side levels. Down here. Are we within a gap? We're not within a gap. We're just sweeping sell side here. So I'm going to wait for a condition to open up if we are going to be bullish. Okay, if we're bearish, the clearest sell side liquidity is this here. There's no gaps, so that's the only drawn liquidity we could target. Okay, if we could open up a 5-minute bullish for value gap, that would be nice. Okay, we're coming off this 15-minute here, super shallow. So there was this inversion. This is just such a shallow sweep, especially that fact that we're bullish. The drawn liquidity down here is like super far. We just took out this internal or the sell side here, and then the bodies are closing up here. I don't know. Yeah, it's pretty high resistance. I mean, the 5-minute doesn't even have any liquidity generated on its way up. We kind of just pump down and then get this expansion up. I'm gonna fade this one. This is not something I would take. Alright, good fade here. Let's see if we can open up a 5-minute fair value gap. Okay, we get the sweep of this high right here, and we get a SMT up here. So now this does look a little bit better. We left relative equal highs with London high on ES. I'm actually gonna wait for ES to take out London high if it can. Okay, we get the sweep here. Slow resistance liquidity generated. We have SMT at these highs. We have SMT at London high now. Let's see if we can get the 2-minute right there. We also have a 3-minute right here. A 4-minute and a 5-minute. Okay, we get a 5-minute inversion. Let me see. Okay, I'm not gonna take this 5 minute. Reason being, look how choppy price is on its way up. It's not like extremely expansive, and when we get that SMT, we don't get that immediate reaction. We don't get that immediate reaction. We kind of chop for a little bit, get the small push down, right? We get this one candle displacement, and then we hold this 5 minute fair value gap for 4 minutes, and then we get this displacement lower. And it's a 5 minute inversion. It's 10:30. Realistically, right? Towards the end of the session, New York AM is when price tends to slow down. The most volatile times is, the beginning of the session when the market opens, like between 9:30 to 10:30. But this whole session as a whole, we get this dump at 9:30, and then we just kind of chop up. So I'm not confident in this based off of the lower time frame structure. When it comes to taking a 5 minute inversion, you really want to pay attention to your lower time frame structure to see what it looks like. Here we're just like we have these highs and then just not displacing enough. So I'm gonna fade this. All right, yeah. Continue higher. See if this 5 minute fair value gap can hold. It's already 10:57. So if there is a setup here, I wouldn't even take it. Move straight sideways, yeah. I mean, from what? From 9:36 to about 10:51, or even up to here, 10:30. Just straight chop, lacking volatility. We're not getting these clean reactions off the 5 minute gap, off the 15 minute gap, right? If we're gonna have volatility off of this 15 minute fair value gap, I want to see a V-shaped reaction. I want to see price tell me. I want price to tell me, yeah, we're not gonna go to the high, right? I want price to tell me that we're gonna go to lows. We're gonna go to these low resistance liquidity, right? So we tap the 15 minute very shallow, and then we get a resweep. We get this clean V shape. Okay, we get this pretty clean V shape on the 2 minute. Right, we get this 2 minute close. If there was a trade I would take, I'd say it would be this one. To take, oh, how many candles? 1, 2, 3, 4. This one is not a bad setup here. This one would be the better setup to take. But the only reason I didn't take it, right? This is the exact reaction I want. The reason why I didn't take it is because we created equal highs with London High. Equal highs is a very strong draw on liquidity, so it's best to just like when we're this close to a significant level, you want price to take it out before taking a trade. It makes your trade a higher probability. So yeah, that's all for this one. Go to next day. Okay. We do have London low here. It's not exactly protected though. We're not balancing off of anything, so this move up isn't sponsored by anything. Overall, we are on a 4 hour. You can't even say we're bullish. We're pretty much in a very tight range. Failing to break this low, failing to get to this low. Price pumps up here, bodies close here. We take this high out with this candle and we close way down here. And that's on a 4 hour chart. Looks like we're just bouncing from high to low. So we do have this hourly fair value up here. And we do have, oh, we don't have SMT at the high. Technically we do with this high, but that was way long ago. So clearest draws would be this hourly unfilled, this buy side lower right here. See what price wants to do. Alright. So if I am going to be bullish, I need to see a strong reaction off this hourly fair value gap. Very clean reaction. Or this hourly. Honestly, this is pretty premium, so I'd want to see this one down here. Alright. Okay. We get a pump higher. Tapping that hourly for value gap. We have buy side up here. All-time highs. So I want to see a condition get created. Alright. Get a 5-minute for value gap. Clearest draw on liquidity is all-time highs. We are coming off this 15-minute fair value gap right here. Based off this displacement, I am still bullish. Okay, we have SMT here. I'm not going to take this because we have SMT at my break-even high. Take profit would be all-time highs. And we're also tapping into a 5-minute fair value gap without having a stop hunt. So what you would typically want to see is like price do something like this, create a low, a higher low above imbalance, and then we sweep it out, take liquidity, tap into imbalance, and then we get an inversion out of that. That's the most ideal A plus setup if you're going to be taking a continuation. And if you are going to be taking a setup where we just tap into a gap, you want price to generate low resistance liquidity. As you can see here, it's literally just move up, move down, and then we get a move up, right? That's what we want to see, but you want to see liquidity get generated on the way down to the imbalance. In this case, we just displaced up and then just displaced back down, so just not high probability here. Okay, there we go. We have a 15-minute and 5 minutes. Now this is a good spot to look for an inversion. So we take liquidity, we generate liquidity. So I'd want to see an inversion out of this. So it needs to be 3-minute, 4-minute. Alright, we just get displacement lower. 10 a.m. manipulates lower. Took out these lows here. We're tapping into a gap. Okay, we're sweeping this intermediate term low within this 15-minute here. And it's also an hourly fair value gap. Okay. So this could be a pretty solid trade. If we get a clean inversion off this 1 minute. Okay, that took way too long. And we didn't even inverse it. Alright. Looks like bullish bias was wrong. See if we get a 5-minute continuation towards London low. Unless we respect this hourly here, because we are tapping into this 15-minute. See the reaction that we get off this. Okay, now this is pretty solid. I have a 3-minute fair value gap here. We get this resweep of this low right here. We have a 4-minute. Don't have a 4-minute yet. Okay, now we have a 4-minute. Yeah, this is where it's time to flip bearish. Didn't get the reaction we wanted, so we're just displacing lower. Alright, London low is the draw right now. Still have time. It's what, 10, 10:20? Okay. Alright. Take out London low. Potentially, we're not coming off a gap here either, so I wouldn't want to take any longs here, but longs could work. Just not ideal. Got the sell side here. Need to see a 5-minute condition get created. Okay, never mind. Alright, we sweep sell side. Are we within a gap? Okay, we're not within a gap. Again. There's nothing here that I would take. Continue displacing lower. A 5-minute for a value gap here. It's already 10:40. I don't think we're gonna get anything. We sweep sell side. Is it within a gap? It's not within a gap. Alright, nearest drawn liquidity is sell side right here. Most likely not gonna get anything. It's 11. Yeah, skipping out on this. No setups. We switched bias once we saw the dump. Wanted some continuations. We had this sell side level. We had this sell side level. We had this sell side level. Just didn't get the reaction we wanted, and none of these were within a gap. So your best bet is to just continue shorting as long as we get the right structure for it. We never got to pull back into a 5-minute. This pullback into this 5-minute was a low probability since the low that you're targeting is a low that took out liquidity, and we also had SMT here. So just a low probability short from this 5-minute, and then we just never got a pullback. So nothing so far. Just like I said in the beginning, don't have news this week. We are getting volatility, but we're just not getting setups. Alright, off rip, we got sell side here. Got this internal sell side for ES. Got this 4-hour gap here. It's the only place I could see price rejecting. Yeah, we have nothing else. 9:15. We have relative equal lows down here. We have this sell side, respecting this fair value gap, but this move isn't sponsored by anything. We don't have a gap of any sort. So if we are gonna short, I need to see continuation. Continuation shorts. This is solid manipulation. It's alright. We didn't manipulate into a gap, but if we could get a 5-minute fair value gap to open up, which we don't get. Alright, so we tap this 4-hour, which is also this. Let's see, do we have a 15-minute gap? We don't, but it's a 5-minute intermediate term high within a gap. Action off this is pretty clean. And then we have Alright, back. Super quick call. Alright, where I leave off. We're coming off this 4-hour, 15-minute. Then we have this intermediate term low. Potential target, and ES also did not take the external draw, so this trade is still valid. We have S&T at the highs here. See what kind of reaction we have on a lower time frame. Sh- 2-minute, 3-minute, 4-minute, 2-minute. It's gonna be a 2-minute inversion. Alright. So trade's still valid. We get a resleep of this high here. Alright, so yeah, we get this sweep of this high, get this push lower, and then we don't get an inversion. Then we get a resweep, and then we get this 3-minute inversion. I would say, however, looking back at this right now, this is some pretty slow price action. I can imagine, like in real time, it's just not, it's moving really slow. There's lack of volatility, and I would say there's also a lack of gaps here. Um, so I'd honestly rate this at like a B plus setup. Overall reaction off the key level is good, but the price action prior to it isn't the best. So, in my opinion, pretty avoidable. Could have avoided this loss. It's kind of hard to backtest price action that's choppy because you can't really see. It's much better reading price live, but yeah, solid setup mechanically. Lower risk on this one too. So go to the next day. All right, bullish to where? These highs up here. We have SMT at our drawn liquidity already. 15-minute gap. Just with price action alone, the draw is super far away. We already have SMT here. We're lacking displacement on a 15-minute time frame. We're not getting that many gaps here. We don't have any gaps at all, actually. We have one gap that was created at 7 a.m. and we didn't get another one. We haven't gotten another one for 2 hours, almost 2.5 hours. And then throughout London session, we only created bearish gaps that we inverse, and then we have this 15 minutes that got inverse. So, I mean, price action is just not the cleanest. Like I said, we have no news this week. And it's also no news Friday, so typically I wouldn't expect much on a no news Friday. So we'll see what price wants to do. If I am going to take a trade, it would have to be like fat displacement, 15-minute fair value gap, low resistance liquidity generated into the pullback, clean inversion, clean V shape, and then just displacement higher. That would be the ideal setup in this scenario right now. Let's see. Okay. Might actually get that if we don't hit this buy side level. Is that all-time highs for ES? It is all-time highs for ES. We also have all-time highs right here. It's all-time highs. Let's see what we can get. If we can get a pullback, that'd be crazy. Alright, so we did open up a 15-minute, but it's pretty low. Nearest 5-minute, okay. So we would have to get back to that 15-minute at least for a trade. Can we get there? Potentially, it's what, 10 a.m.? Here. We got buy side here. We got all-time highs here. See what price wants to do. Okay, we take out buy side. No 5-minute. Create another 15-minute for value up here. If price can get back to here, then potentially I'll look for a long. Okay, we get back to the lower one. Do we get a V shape out of this? Just get a straight up dump. $10.55. 11. Bro. Okay, if I were to take a trade, if this was at like 10.10, 10.15, this is a trade I would take. if we're still coming off of something. Okay, we're still coming off this 15 minute, and we're coming off this 5 minute right here. Let's see what this price action look like on a lower time frame. This actually wouldn't be too bad. I went for a 101. It's already 11. This is not a trade I would take, but for the sake of backtesting, I'm going to take this. But super low risk, like what, 50 bucks, just for the sake of data. Yeah, there we go. This is honestly such a super free trade, just for 1R. Should have a 15 minute here. Yeah, there's a 15 minute here, so your break even level would be here. Break even over here, go for 101. You can't expect price to inverse this entire 15 minute, so you might as well just go for 101. Break even at the 5 minute fair value gap. Coming off this 5 minute here, refined from this 15 minute fair value gap. But yeah, if this was earlier in the session, I most likely 100% would have taken this. Yeah, that's why you go for your low-hanging fruit, because you can't fully assume that a 15 minute fair value gap will just get inversed. Can't assume that. Yeah, 5 minute close here was really good, because you could go break even at this other 5 minute. It's like 95% like 95% guaranteed risk-free trade because of the reaction we got, the inversion we got, and our break-even level. Yeah, it was at 11. So overall, should be one loss. One loss this week. Dude. I wonder it got cooked. 64. Bro, this was a 70%. This was a 70% average. Watch, this is gonna be it's gonna go back to 70 this month. This month of backtesting. It's gonna go back to 70. I'm gonna get straight 3 green weeks. Full greens, no reds. This is the last red this month. But yeah, pretty boring session. It was not a lot of news, so it's pretty easy to predict. But for tomorrow, this backtesting session is gonna be pretty fire. We have a lot of things: FOMC, CPI, core retail sales, consumer sentiment. Yeah, it's gonna be a pretty good week. Stack. All right, that's all for this session. See ya.